Graduands, guests, colleagues, I declare this ceremony open. Please be seated. As Executive Dean, I welcome you to this graduation ceremony for students from the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment. I would also like to welcome the family and friends who are joining us from around the world via the NTU live stream. Graduands, well done. Many of you began your academic journey with us during the uncertain times of the COVID-19 pandemic. You adapted to new ways of living at the same time as new ways of learning. In coming through and being here, you have demonstrated resilience that will set you up for success in your future endeavours. Today is about celebrating your achievements and looking forward to your future with anticipation. Yes, today we recognise your academic accomplishments, but when your degrees are conferred upon you shortly, they will stand as symbols of so much more. Confirmation that you have challenged yourself. Proof you have determination. Evidence you have prepared yourself for your future. And so much more than that will be personal to you, your family, and your friends. Along your journey, you will have been supported by a whole host of people, as well as family and friends, course mates, employers, librarians, and other professional services folk at NTU, as well as your academic tutors. Many of those people will be here with you today or watching online to celebrate your success. Please join me in thanking them with a well-deserved round of applause. Now, I want to thank you. Whether you completed a foundation, undergraduate or postgraduate degree, professional qualification or apprenticeship, by doing so with NTU, you have made a huge contribution to your school, your university and this region. If you played sports, thank you. NTU is now a top 10 university for sport according to the British Universities and Colleges Sport League table this year. For being part of our environmentally conscious student body, thank you. This year we were ranked second most sustainable university in the world. Yes, that's right, second in the world. If you volunteered in Nottingham and the region, thank you. This year hundreds of students have engaged with local schools, charities, and community organisations through volunteering and our Students in Classrooms programme, contributing over 24,000 hours. For those who completed consultancy projects and work placements with business in our city and region, thank you. In sharing your knowledge, you have helped those firms to innovate, revitalising their thinking. And finally, for choosing us, thank you. You made NTU one of the top 5 biggest universities in the country, but not just one of the biggest, one of the best. Together, we have earned the NTU title University of the Year in 5 out of the last 6 years, being named The Times and the Sunday Times Modern University of the Year 2023, and most recently, What Uni University of the Year 2023, an award based only on your feedback. I hope it is with pride that you go into your next stage of life, more education or work or whatever you're going to pursue, saying you studied with the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment at Nottingham Trent University. You are graduating from one of the largest and most respected schools of architecture, design and the built environment in the UK. Each year, over 1,000 students graduate from this school and enter professional life in disciplines as diverse as architecture, construction management, civil engineering, product design, and property management. Official government statistics have repeatedly demonstrated that within 15 months of receiving their awards, around 90% of our employed graduates are in highly skilled professional roles, making a real difference, not only in the UK, but around the world. Of course, this won't be a surprise to those graduating today. Many of you have already been immersed in an environment grounded in professional practice. The majority of your lecturers will have worked in industry, and so will many of you, whether you worked part-time or have been on a degree apprenticeship or undertaken a sandwich placement. The experience you have gained alongside your qualification will provide a solid foundation for your future. We should all be rightly proud of our industry connections. However, this doesn't only benefit our teaching. Our researchers build partnerships throughout the world to tackle pressing and real-world problems. Whether this is the preservation of ancient pyramids in Egypt, the safety risks of e-scooters, or the development of technologies to assist Network Rail in their infrastructure management. You have been and remain part of something special. Class of 2023, I hope you enjoy today's ceremony. I will now invite Deputy Dean Professor Richard Bull to read the names of today's graduands and our Pro-Vice Chancellor Jane McNeill to confer your degrees.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the graduands. Pro-Vice Chancellor, the following have qualified for awards from the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment. Master of Architecture degree in Architecture in Practice, Holly Louise Fowler. Serena Dowson. Daniel Farnsworth. Master of Architecture degree in Architecture, Kaylee Ablett. The next student also receives the Pick Everard Award for Best Drawing and the Howells Award for Outstanding Design Project Year 2, Eduardo Barros. Clement Elawela Pahalaje. Jagdeep Jutli. The next student also receives the Leonard Design Award for Best Historical Contextual Intervention and the ARC Partnership Award for Best Sustainable Design, Zana Kentish Braids. The next student also receives the NTU Award for MArch Student of the Year, Danica Mitrik. The next student also receives the CPMG Award for Best Dissertation, Stuart Napier. Bethany White. Bachelor of Architecture degree with honours in architecture, Dominic Abbott. Mina Atubaleb. Sarah Astil. Ifetulawase Banjo Onasanya. Killian Bigsby. Noah Boswell. The next student also receives the RWDI Award for Best Architectural Model, Samuel Bray. Abigail Bush. Ian Carter. Jacob Cartwright. The next student also receives the Leonard Design Award for Best Dissertation, Sophie Christian. Joseph Clunan. Jack Dan. Priyanka Depala. Vitold Juswich. Jay Earnshaw. Olenka Famuyiwa. Ethan Fotheringham. The next student also receives the Maber Award for Best Drawing, Ben Gadd. James Gardner. Dylan Guja. Phoebe Goodley. Naomi Graham. The next student also receives the NTU Award for B-Arch Student of the Year, Callum Harewood. Joshua Howard. Olivia Hunt. Mandeep Jauf. Alvin Khan. Gabriel Knight. Angelika Koziarska. Anna Kuczynska. Naomi Lambert. Alexandra Leonard J. The next student also receives the Latham's Award for Best Historical Contextual Intervention, Charles Lewis. Jae-Wei Lee. Benjamin Livingston. Janelle Mainu. Rachel McCall. Benjamin McCann. William McCades. The next student also receives the ARC Partnership Award for Best Architectural Visualization and the CPMG Award for Best Sustainable Design. Antrea Nifoyitu. Gabrielle Norcup. Kerry-Ann Parker-Hames. Robert Partington. Shivani Patel. Jessica Payne. Emily Priestley. Mohammed Rahat. Sophie Riley. Sarah Schenk. Kashfi Shah. Cameron Simmons. The next student also receives the Suono Award for Best Acoustic Design. Luke Simpson. Casper Smith Westergaard. The next student also receives the Pick Everard Award for Outstanding Design Project. Oliver Spalding. The next student also receives the Maber Award for Best Overall Presentation. Liam Spall. Lewis Sykes. The next student also receives the Price and Myers Award for Best Technical Resolution. Barbara Satkoska. Louis Thresher. The next student also receives the Maber Award for Best Overall Academic Performance and the RP&G Architects Award for Design Excellence. Yushra Tia. Pinvarin Tripan Jasil. William Walton. Elliot Watling. Thomas Welpton. Amy White. Finley Woodward. Josefa Youssef. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Architectural Technology, Malak Al-Kenjari. Megan Bailey. Armank Belanur. Stephanie Bates. Ayesha Chowdhury. The next student also receives the Waterman Group Award for Best Environmental Design, Adrian Kratian. The next student also receives the Maber Award for Best Architectural Visual, Jonathan Cutts. Erica Greenfield. Mohammed Ibrahim. Oyuhosesere Idusuge. Brian Aguno. Cindy Okudiwa. Shreyas Revel. Amsuthu Subanda. Joseph Spence. Sean Thomas. Nisa Yamin. Anika Akram Hussain. Manav Budia. William Borthwick. Harry Brown. The next student also receives the Lyndon Group Award for Best Overall Design and the Foster and Partners Award for Digital Excellence, Cameron Cassidy Allen. The next student receives the Reds 10 Award for Best Research Project, Samuel Chinsaw. The next student also receives the DB3 Social Value Award, Thomas Clifford. Faith Coker. Morgan Colshaw. Jamie Collingwood. The next student also receives the Whitman Cox Award for the Best Technically Creative Design and the Steris Architects Award for Best Sustainable Resolution and the CPMG Award for Best Technical Resolution and the ARC Partnership Award for Architectural Design Excellence, Callum Krask. The next student also receives the Pick Everard Award for shaping the future of the built environment, Sude Dogan. Natalie Eccles. Anastasia Griffith. Magdalena Hadziva. Sophie Harmer. The next student also receives the Pizzoni Award for Best Overall Project, Alfie Hill. Elliot Knight. The next student also receives the Hexa Consulting Award for Best Technical Resolution, Grakyan Grisan. Sally Linagan. James McCarthy. Serena McDonald. Catherine O'Driscoll. Liam Riggle. The next student also receives the Maber Award for Second Best Architectural Visual, Olushan Temitope Shanu. Daniel Swingwood. The next student also receives the SciAT Student Award, William Varley. Sebastian Wilson. Lois Juboa. Bachelor of Science degree with honours in Property Finance and Investment, Nathan Petros. Pro-Vice Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment, and concludes the presentation of awards to graduates at this ceremony. In absentia, Pro-Vice Chancellor, I invite you to confer degrees on those graduates who have not been presented to you in person, but who have indicated that they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these graduates are worthy of their degrees, and I stand as proxy. Faith Coker, who earlier received a Bachelor of Science degree in Architectural Technology, will now propose the student vote of thanks.
Pro-Vice Chancellor, Executive Dean, distinguished guests, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I originally came to NTU with the intention of studying law. However, after just 2 weeks of being introduced to tort and contract law, I quickly realized that law was not the course for me, so I switched to studying architectural technology. Now, by no means am I claiming that I regret studying AT. However, I was sorely mistaken in thinking that law would be the challenging course. I had absolutely no clue how many times I would question my life decisions, or how often I would be working on my submission 5 hours before it was due, or how often I would be on the phone to my friends in utter confusion over our briefs for our assignments requiring us to produce. No shade to my lecturers. But I do have to offer my sincerest thanks to each one of our lecturers and our tutors, not just for our final year, but for the past 3 to 4 years. For most of us, we started this course in 2019, and little did we know almost our whole university experience would be impacted by the impending global pandemic. Each one of the members of staff have worked incredibly hard in adapting to circumstances presented before them, and without their constant support, we wouldn't be here, so thank you. I also need to thank each one of my fellow graduates for the helpful atmosphere cultivated within our course. Many a time I would speak to my peers and realize how incredibly behind I was, and then other instances I would realize, I'm actually not doing too bad. So to all of my fellow graduates, I thank you. I would like to thank all of our friends and family who have supported us endlessly throughout the whole ordeal. I'm sure that each one of us would like to recognize the invaluable support of those who have helped us personally on this journey, those who were always there to listen and on whom we could rely on when we needed to take a break from all of it. Finally, I would like to say that studying an architecture course is most definitely one of the hardest courses you could choose to study. This season of our life has been filled with a range of experiences, from bonding over our trip to CAT in Wales in first year, to having a blended learning approach where half of our lectures were online and half of them were in person, and to finally having a year where we truly experienced normality. All of it has been worth it. We have made it. We managed to survive a global pandemic and managed to complete a degree on top of that. We are, arguably, one of the most resilient group of graduates NTU has seen. And for that, class of 2023, I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. I offer you my sincerest congratulations. Well done.
So, class of 2023, I want to echo the thoughts of our Executive Dean by congratulating you on your achievements and wishing you every success for the future, and thanking you for the part you've played in making this university the fantastic place it is to work and study. Thank you. I feel honoured to be able to share this day with you and with your nearest and dearest here in our lovely University Hall. It's lovely and it's sunny this afternoon, thank heavens. Didn't rain on us. For the relatives and friends of the graduates here today, we know how proud you feel, we really do. But please believe me when I say, regardless of how many graduations I attend, I always feel that warm sense of pride each and every time for everybody who goes across this stage and everybody who couldn't be here. We've seen your loved ones walk through our doors for the first time into what are often at first really unfamiliar surroundings at university. We've supported them in their studies, we've mentored them, and for at least 1 in 10 of them, in the past year, we've replaced their student cards when they lost them. Just saying. So they are, and we hope will remain part of our NTU family, and that's how we feel. So I would really like to congratulate Faith. Faith, that was lovely. Thank you. That was a really accomplished and beautiful vote of thanks. And I think the story that you told about resilience and the extra specialness of class of 2023 really resonated, so thank you, that was lovely. So today we've said well done, and we'll keep saying well done, but we're not saying goodbye. So as our graduates, we make you a promise, and that promise is that we will help you find employment and help you find further study if you are not yet fixed up. We have a great employability team here, and they're here to offer you advice after graduation, whatever you're considering doing, whether that is further study or whether you need more careers support. And if you find, I have to say, ADB students are fantastic. You get great jobs afterwards, so that's absolutely true. But if you find you're not fixed up in the graduate job that you want in 12 months' time, please tell us, because we will provide you, we guarantee to provide you a package of support with careers coaching and a paid internship, if you need it, to get you on track and to give you that confidence and experience that you need. So if you need that, please do come back. Because whatever your next step, you remain members of what is a global NTU family. We have a worldwide community of over 250,000 alumni that you are now part of. And our doors will always be open to you, and we do hope we see you again. During your time here, you might have been helped by our alumni. You might have had lectures from alumni. You might have taken placements in organisations with alumni. You might have had careers advice. So you know what? In time, we'd be delighted if you would come back and share what you've learnt after graduation and share that with future generations of NTU students. That would be lovely. We'd be delighted if you would do that. So I do hope that you go from here with pride in what you've achieved, and pride in that you are, and you always will be, NTU. So on a perfectly practical note, we want to stay in touch with you. Please do give us your contact details so we can keep them up to date, so we can keep contacting you and we can let you know what's happening at NTU. And in about 15 months' time, it seems like a long way in the future, you'll get a survey from the government about the graduate outcomes and what you're doing. My last request is please fill that in. It's terribly boring, but you'll be making another important contribution to the university, so thank you. But all that is for the future. Today is the time to enjoy your success. So, in a moment or two, I'm going to invite everybody to join us for celebratory refreshments over in the Newton building. I understand that some of you have already been enjoying celebratory refreshments. So this is what I hear. So in a moment, I'll invite you to do that. But just before then, I'd like to pause, recognise what a great contribution you've made to the university, what a great contribution you've made to the city. I understand you've also made a great contribution to the nighttime economy of the city, many of you. And I've heard some great cheering and clapping and woo-hooing in the room today, but I think we've got more in us than that. What do you think? So in a moment, I'm going to invite you to make as much noise, stamping, cheering. Please don't bring the balcony down. Stamping, cheering, clapping. Let's see if we can get the building next door to fall over, maybe. For about 30 seconds. Let's make as much noise as we can to celebrate your success. 3, 2, 1, go! Fantastic. That was amazing. Thank you. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. Guests, can I ask you to remain seated? In a minute or two, we're going to do the processional music, and we'll leave the academic party will leave the hall, and the graduates will leave the hall, and then we'll all go over to the Newton building for refreshments. So that's how we're going to do it. So if you could just keep your places for a couple more minutes, and let me formally declare this graduation ceremony closed. Well done, everyone.